Good afternoon and welcome to a special edition of Ben Shatliff on Spring Bank Holiday Monday with Frank Shatliff. Today, welcome back to the programme once again. The reason for bringing him onto the programme today is to discuss the road run, which is going to be taking place on Sunday, July 16th, 2023. It's just a few weeks away, really, because we are almost in June. There's a lot to discuss, and hopefully everybody can hear now with our new microphone, which I will move from being completely doesn't work. Anyway, I'm going to be discussing that. First of all, just explain why this is so important to you, and also why you think it's something which is good for the local
area. Excuse me. Right, well, first of all, when I was chair of Breakfast Carnival, we used to bring some classic vehicles in to go on the road route. And quite a few people around Prestwich expressed an interest in those vehicles. When I finished being chair of Prestwich Carnival in 2018, I had a break but helped a couple of charities while I was doing that. And then I've been to many of these road runs up and down the country. Mm-hmm. So I thought, why not do it here in Prestwich? Because of the interest shown by people on the carnival parade. Okay. So I set out and started to do it.
And this is the third one. The first one
was
2021, which was delayed slightly due to all the COVID rules and everything else. And has that been the success that you wanted it to be? And do you think it is something that is wanted locally, not just in Prestwich, because I know it goes around other parts of like the north of Greater Manchester, etc.
Well, it's a combination of two things. Whatever I've tried to do, mobile and Prestwich, right? And I've met quite a few good people in travels who's helped me to do things. I think the interest is there for this road run, but I think the potential is actually far greater than I can actually do on my own.
Right. And when you say the potential far greater than what you could do on your own, how?
Yeah, because I've been to quite a few events, and they've all been held in big parks. So you've got a combination of transport, whether it be commercial vehicles or old commercial vehicles, up to modern day commercial vehicles, steam engines, you name it, transport in general, that's what you know. Right? But I'm lucky in a way in Prestwich because Tesco were absolutely brilliant in coming forward and offering me their car park as a venue to do this. And for the third year, they're doing it again. What will happen next year is anybody's guess.
You did mention at one particular stage about the possibility or something about looking at Eaton Park. What was the reason in searching regarding that?
Yeah, well, basically, I got a telephone call from somebody well known in Prestwich with a view to somebody contacting me to take this event into Eaton Park. But I'm not prepared to do that, honestly. First and foremost, the organisation part of that is far greater than that what I can give. You know, I'm getting on a bit now, but I still want to go out and do stuff and promote where I live.
Right.
That's it, really.
Okay. So that was just someone suggested the idea, but you want to, I mean, the thing is, where Eaton Park is, it's still within the local area anyway.
But it's still Prestwich.
It's still Prestwich, geographical wise, but then it comes under another. But then again, it's the same when you get to the other side of Prestwich anyway. But the other side of the park. But you're still keeping something local, but you'd rather do it in the kind of domain where you're doing it now, either Tesco or something that is similar to that, maybe, rather than being an area enclosed, maybe, I don't know.
Well, Tesco have been brilliant, really, but the events I've been to have been absolutely massive. Right. And the thing is, these are commercial ventures. Right. This one isn't. It's strictly voluntary.
Right.
I do this to show our younger generation that this country did have a transport manufacturing industry all those years ago.
Okay.
But unfortunately, they don't have anything.
Right.
With anything with a British mark on a lorry is not built today, as far as I know.
Is it also inclusive, though, to, I mean, I understand what you're saying in terms of, like, British, when it was actually named British, etc. But what about other continental ones as well? If they wanted to come on, would they be welcome for an all commercial edition as well?
Of course. Yeah, there's quite a few foreign vehicles expressing interest so far, but you know, it's the people who actually own these. That's the thing, because they put the heart and soul into keeping these vehicles, what I call alive.
Right.
And when they turn up, they're absolutely immaculate. And that's the thing. The way they keep them, the way they look after them, it's really, really good to see that type of thing happening.
Right. And of course, quite often you have an American medical team as well, don't you?
Excuse me. Well, this year we've got a few American ones coming, which is absolutely fantastic, really. I mean, if anybody's got a sort of classic vehicle, commercial vehicle over a certain age and weight, I mean, it's a lorry event. It's not a car event. It's a lorry event. Although the potential for cars is fantastic if somebody else wants to do that, but it's a lorry event to show what we manufactured all those years ago, and there's still people enthusiastic these vehicles together now.
Right. Okay. And this is the actual official flyer, which is actually going around at the moment. It says Sunday, July the 16th, 2023, on display at Tesco car park in Prestwich. It says from 8 am till 10, but it will be a bit longer than that.
No, 8 to 10 is the assembly time.
And that registry.
That's right. And then we get everybody set up. Everybody's given in information with the road route and one of these discs here.
It's almost from last year, but this gives you an indication to what it actually is.
And what the table time goes to the front of the vehicle. And they all set off. It's a 55-mile road route, starting at Tesco Prestwich and going all the way around through Bury, towards Rottenstall, towards Burnley, crossing to Clividge, Todmorden, and right the way up to Blackstone Head, and straight through towards Rochdale, heading way back into Tesco Prestwich. 55 miles.
And for someone that doesn't always pronounce the H's, and I very often correct them on this,
yes.
You've actually just added an H when you didn't need to, but it actually is Blackstone.
Well, that's your fault, that.
But anyway, so it's actually crossing. It's going into Lancashire, and also is it on the border with Yorkshire as well, or is it in Yorkshire?
What I like to call this road is the old Milltown road.
Right. Okay.
Because it goes Lancashire, crosses over from Burnley, and you drop into Todmorden.
Right.
Which is Yorkshire, obviously. And it's a fantastic scenic route.
Right.
All the old roads, there's no motorways involved in anything. Everybody has to stick to the old roads and wind their way through back to Prestwich. And then we'll have a presentation.
If somebody wanted to actually take part in the procession, the actual route, it wasn't a driver, but maybe wanted to actually come along and actually jump in a wagon, could that be arranged?
I can't answer that because obviously that would be down to the owners. But the thing is, more often the owners bring somebody with them anyway.
Right.
And which is a good thing, really, because once he issued with this road run, it's good for somebody to read it out to the driver, so he knows exactly where it's going. So yeah, it's good.
And the you mentioned prizes there as well, but also even though you said it's sort of on a voluntary basis, and I really want to talk about what was behind this program here with the events at Benson's Suites, which will come on in a few moments. But you did, even though it's all voluntary, you do like to do something where something goes back to help others. So will you explain?
That's right.
In detail in regards to that.
This will be the third one. The first, we call that charity. It's a charity event.
Right. Okay.
Right. So what we do?
We understand it's a charity because I've just raised that. So you just
okay. So basically,
what's going on there?
What we do is produce this charity program, right? And what I look for is 4 sponsors to do that, so we can actually pay to get it done. And then once that program is produced between 200 and 250, we'll give it to our chosen charity so they can sell it. Right. For as much money as we can, really. And there's no reason why whichever charity it is could make £500 towards their funds.
Okay. And how can, I mean, I'm aware that one of these potential charities, but for anyone that's watching, and hopefully you are, how could people get hold of one of these programs or one of the new ones when they are available?
Right. Okay. Well, the new ones will be available about a week before the event,
Right.
and the chosen charity this year is the 8th Prestwich Council.
Right.
Here in Prestwich, and obviously, and they will be selling those the week before in Tesco Prestwich.
Right. They've been stored a week before in Tesco Prestwich. Plus, people will be able to buy these on the day as well.
On the day itself.
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay. And again, that's another local or someone that's not too far away that is involved in producing these programs.
That's right. Yeah.
Or the thing about being local, somebody from Radcliffe, which is still within the borough of Bury. Now, just in regards, and is there anybody else, any other charities at all? Or is that the only one?
That's the other one.
Right. Okay. Benson's Quality Sweets. You asked me to mention this because you said there was a story behind all this.
That's right. When I first saw that vehicle, in fact, I think there's 2 remaining. That's one of them. I think the one's down Somerset somewhere.
Right.
Anyway, I've been trying to trace one of these for quite some time, and eventually somebody put me onto it. And it's a gentleman in Barnsley who owns that.
Right.
So I got in touch with him, explained what we was doing, and explained that we're only a couple of miles from where that factory was originally.
Right. So I thought you were going to say we're only a couple of miles from Barnsley. I was going to say we're more than that.
Well, actually, we probably, it's Spencer Berry. They're on the Rochdale Road, I think.
Right. Okay. So near the Bridge area.
That's right. So he kind of brought it, and it created a lot of interest. But there was an elderly gentleman who was actually stood back and looking at this. The interest he showed was just over and above everybody else was showing. Anyway, we got in conversation with him, and it turns out, going back in the day when this was on the road, when it was first bought by Benson's, you have a driver and they also have a van boy when you go out delivering.
Okay.
Now, this elderly gentleman was the van boy on that vehicle.
Right.
So obviously, you got a little bit emotional. It's a lovely story to bring something in from Barnsley, and the gentleman who was on site in Prestwich used to work on it.
Was that just by sheer coincidence, or was he aware that was going to be in Prestwich?
No, I don't think he was aware about it, because the thing is, although I knew it was coming, the thing is, the unfortunate thing about doing anything like this, a lot of these vehicles are old, same as that one there, and they say they're coming, but if anything happens to the vehicle and they might have a breakdown and they don't turn up, we can't do anything about that. No. All that I can do, somebody trying to organise this, is to go approach people. I've been to loads of events. Although I don't drive anymore, I've got the train to Sandbach, Leyland, loads of places, trying to promote what we do. And if people say they will come, I have to take their word for all that. And hopefully they will come on the day. So he did turn up okay, and that's a fantastic story.
So that, and you're saying then roughly how old is that actual Benson's Quality Sweets?
It must be pushing 60 odd years old. It must be probably older than that. It's got people of a certain age like me will identify the registration number and that. And the old Berry registration number was EN.
Right.
As it shows it on there, that's PEN.
Because with you mentioning there about an elder gentleman, I was thinking you were meaning the van with him being a van boy. I was thinking,
well,
the van would be a lot older than 60 odd years old.
It's probably about 18 or 19 when they doing that. I don't know.
Right, okay.
All of the know
right, okay.
All of the know he worked on it. This is a nice story.
Yeah, no, definitely a nice story. So really, it's like reunions going on as well. During Gordon.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay. Trying to think, was that last year or was it the year before?
No, last year.
Right. Was it there 2 years on the trot?
No. I'm hoping it's going to come again this year.
Right. Okay.
I'll contact him and see what he says. But the actual journey from Barnsley to Prestwick, that vehicle today, is certainly different from what it was like all those years ago.
Yeah, it takes 2 or 3 times as long as what it costs.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I mean, regardless of the vehicle being potentially 60 years of age, there wasn't the volume of traffic that there is now at that particular time. Sorry, back then, that's what there is now, I should say. And it would probably be a smooth journey, but direct time, because normally it probably takes about, what would you say, 45, 50 minutes maybe, or maybe a little bit longer to get from Barnsley to get to where that turn-off is at Junction 17 at Prestwick. Right.
It wouldn't probably take about an hour or so roughly in modern day, but the thing is, what people were looking at these vehicles and they think, gee, you know, it must have been tough in those days driving these up and down the country. But you just took it in stride in those days. That's how it was. But when you look in modern day vehicles, the last one I had it was like a spaceship compared to some of these. So I just hope people, are interested in what we're doing, and that's all we can say. But it's another event for Prestwick, right? And that is, to me, it's promoting the town. And the thing is, quite a few of the people who bring the vehicles, the only thing they did about Prestwick was a sign on M60, right? But now they come into the town, they know where it is, and they certainly know where it is now.
Yeah, because last weekend it was Christmas Club Day, which is absolutely fantastic. Beautiful weather, in fact, it's been practically nice, but it's been constant nice weather, more or less. There's been the odd day, it's been a bit not as nice, but it was lovely to see Prestwick's absolutely packed for Club Day, people walking to and from there a week ago yesterday. That's another reason why I didn't go live with Ben Shatliff on Sunday that particular day. And of course, Prestwick's Carnival is coming up in a few weeks' time, in a few weeks as well. So just let's go into a bit more information then now. We've gone through like backgrounds, that kind of stuff. So this is taking place, I was going to read last year's date there, which won't be. The thing I wanted to mention though as well, when you've done this on the 2 previous occasions, Saturday lunchtime, Saturday late morning lunchtime, this is the first time it's been done on a Sunday. Do you think it could be potentially more successful being on a Sunday as opposed to a Saturday?
Yes.
Right, okay. Is that because hopefully? Right, okay. I mean, I know you've been to events on a Sunday before at different things. So people get there, the vehicles get there between 8 and 10, and it will start setting off maybe 10:30, 11 o'clock, something like that. Are people, again, this is up to the individuals as well, are people allowed to actually go inside these vehicles as well?
Everything in terms of the vehicle is up to the owners. Last couple of years ago, the owners have been active in the building. Okay. Having a look at vehicles and get inside and have a look and all that. But as I say, it's purely and simply down to the owners.
Okay.
People have asked me in the past, do you think I could ride around the route? Well, I can't answer that. It's up to the owner. Yeah. But like I said before, more often than not, the owner's doing something with it anyway.
But I bet if somebody said, "Can I drive their wagon?" the answer would definitely be no. Can you imagine? Vintage vehicle
absolutely the biggest no that I see in life. Yeah.
Is there anything more you wanted to add in relation
well,
to
the thing is a bit different this year because the last couple of years I've had a fantastic sponsor who's covered everything I've been doing. This year, unfortunately, the actual person who owns the company is retired, and therefore the company's in limbo a little bit.
Right.
So what we could do is a couple of sponsors. One to sponsor the page in our charity program, and another one to sponsor these here.
I don't think it's fair to reveal who the previous sponsors were. That's why I've been very careful there. So, in effect, after all this, the main crux of all this, you want money.
Well, I don't want
Yeah,
to.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
I'm just actually seeing if there's any sponsor out there.
Yeah.
Just like to sponsor a page in the program and
If
sponsor these discs what we have on the
Okay.
front.
if somebody is able and wants to be able to do that, how can they get in contact?
Well, if you
what do they
check
need to
our
do?
Facebook page, everybody knows my name. I think Frank Shatliff.
Right,
All you have to do is look at the Facebook page,
right.
or just ask anybody who I am. Contact. That's it.
Right,
Or
okay.
contact you, whichever.
Yeah, no, it's okay. They can contact you directly. So your email address is frankshatliff@yahoo.co.uk.
Yeah, but as soon as you use the WhatsApp,
Right, okay.
so
Well,
if you can
just
ditch that.
if you put that onto, well, people can look up on Facebook for Frank Shatliff and go from there and can't they?
Then
If
it's all message.
that's the case.
That's
And
right.
then don't forget, if you go on WhatsApp, then that's your personal mobile number as well.
That's right. Yeah.
So it's just, although we hope that whoever watches these programs is very fully genuine, but I wouldn't like any funny phone calls in any time of the day or night, which is not
No.
in
just,
regards to what all this is about. So yeah.
Yeah. What we try to do, and I've always done this. I mean, ask any normal thinking individual. The priorities in life, top of the pile of your family, which is absolutely crucial. Follow closely by where you live, right? And if you can do a little bit by where you live, that's all that matters. And that's all I try to do. And it also keeps me occupied, which is crucial. When you reach my age, it's absolutely crucial.
Right.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to meeting some new people. I know for the fact there's one vehicle that's coming and it's a fantastic story. The story will be in the actual new program. It's well worth reading.
Right. Okay.
And just get a couple of sponsors and away we go and that's it.
Right. Well, thank you very much indeed for coming on today on this spring bank holiday.
Okay.
Monday. Hopefully it's springing people into action. And if this weather continues like this as well, there's loads of different stuff that's going to be going on everywhere over the coming weeks and months. So let's hope it stays like that. Next Sunday, Ben Shatliff on Sunday, we'll be back as per usual, and we will be commemorating D-Day because, of course, this is the 79th anniversary of the D-Day landings on Tuesday, June the 6th. And if my history is correct, I believe that the actual landings itself took place. It was actually Tuesday in 1944 as well, but I could be wrong. I'm happy to be stood corrected if that's not completely historically accurate. Right, well, thank you for coming on, and I'm sure you will be on again at some stage, either before or after the event. And if anybody does want to know more information or anything at all, wants to be involved in the sponsorship, or I don't know, sometimes you do ask for volunteers as well, don't you, to give you a hand on the day.
Well, we're pretty lucky actually because we live in a town with quite a few events, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're very lucky.
Right.
What Prestwood would be like without the volunteers,
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't like to think.
Okay.
You've got Clough Day, you've got Prestwood Carnival, you've got our little thing, you've got the Prestwood Charles Festival. It's
Well, yes,
fantastic,
of course,
really. And you mentioned about volunteers. Well, Prestwood's Carnival traffic management team are helping me on this day.
Right.
Which they've been absolutely fantastic. So it's like people, volunteers within volunteers helping each other. And that's great.
Okay, right. Well, thank you very much indeed.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you.
we will be back again next Sunday. In the meantime, enjoy the spring bank holiday weather. Take care and enjoy. Goodbye for now.